We've got the boy that was hit by a car taking on Jim Miller. Jared Gordon taking on Jim Miller in this classic of old men.
Got the boy that was hit by a car. the guy who cried wolf. Mom, there's a car. No, Jared. Bonk. Oh shit. He wasn't lying.
The day before the fight? Are we kidding? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy, JP. And in today's episode, we will be breaking down and giving our predictions for every single fight. UFC 328, Chimaev versus Strickland. But before we do, we have a few things to talk to you guys about. First and foremost, thank you to all of you guys that are part of the Locked Door MMA community. We really appreciate you guys. The road to 1,000 is getting nearer. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed. It's free to do. It really helps the boys out and it helps the community grow. We do appreciate you guys. But before we dive into UFC 328, I'm going to give the floor to JP to talk about last weekend's UFC fight morning? Question mark.
I mean, yeah. And boy, was it fun. Your boy woke up at 4. Just like we always do. That's what time I wake up for work. And all I had to do was just lay there in my bed, watch UFC on my phone. It was gorgeous. I didn't wake up at 1 for the prelims. I was like, I can't do that. I'm going to get some sleep, but I watched them back. Wow. Wow. All right. I'm glad I didn't wake up for the prelims. A little bit of a snooze fest here and there after watching them back. The McKelliff-Garimbo fight, it was okay. McKelliff didn't look great. Malkoun, the first thing I'll touch on, massive favorite. Everybody wanted to cry about it, just like they always do. Oh my God, you can't make anybody. We said Malkoun by decision all week. Massive favorites playing by decision because you have to prop hunt. You either cry about the odds or you prop hunt, see if you can make money. Just how it goes. Malkoun wins by decision. Trying to grapple Mearshart pretty much the whole fight. Okay. Yeah, so who cares? I will say this, and this is the only thing I'm going to say about this fight. Wes Schultz is the biggest pussy ever. This dude is literally pulling the guy down on top of him. Ben Johnson, you're a rat. Is what it is, okay? He retired, he didn't, whatever. Look like trash. I'm fading Wes Schultz from here on out, Brevin. If you ever want to pick him, you're going to have to tie me up. Pause.
Whoa, buddy.
You're going to have to blackmail me with something to ever pick Wes Schultz. He's atrocious. Anyways, Rouse didn't look great. Takedowns, more ways to win. Okay, didn't even give Brychek the chance to do anything on the feet. Tuivasa, everybody knows. Not even going to touch on it. Everybody knows. See ya. And then Louis, Brevin, the funny thing about that is Louis was so mad that the crowd was booing him. It was, who the fuck are you booing? That's 3 weeks notice. He was so mad, dude. Perchit knocks out the Blob. And Brevin, you would have loved the officiating in this fight. This dude, the Blob would do Blob things and just lay on him on the cage and just sit there. And you could tell he's trying to get his breath back and the ref would separate him. He did it like twice that fight. Love that.
Okay.
And then Kaziev getting his head snapped back. Perchit is a problem. Rahiki, everybody wants to talk about, and me too, his striking defense, how he keeps his hands low. Kid's offense is elite. Okay? Rahiki's fast as shit. The power, just the precision. Oh my God. Looked great. Urseg's boxing looked phenomenal. Okay. He got taken down a couple times. And we'll touch on it with the main event. I'll get there. Everybody, Tim Elliott, dog money. They're giving me dog money on Tim Elliott. My boy Tim Elliott. Crafty vet Tim Elliott. And now after the fight, well, Tim Elliott really sucks. He got exposed. Tim Elliott's a fraud. What? He did the same shit he always does. These people make no sense to me. Oh, he got exposed. How? He looks like that every fucking fight. He does that weird wonky movement that if you go to a gym and start doing that, they'll tell you, hey, stop doing all of that. It's none of it's technically sound. Um, Brevin, you know, when we watch Tim Elliott fights, we always say, hey, if somebody throws a fucking good time head kick up there, it's landed. Urseg threw 2 of them, landed both of those. So Urseg looked great. Salkill got dropped. Okay, a little worrisome. And then slumped him in the first round. Lock hit. Told y'all, oh my God, massive favorite. Just a bunch of crybabies like usual. Is what it is. And the main event. My lord. Carlos Prates annihilates Jack Della. In what was a perfect call from us. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody who watches film, if people even do watch film, I don't know what we're looking at. All week, it's JDM's footwork. He's going to look like Ian Gary on the outside. If he needs to grapple, he can grapple. I don't know. He's not Ian Gary. Never was Ian Gary. JDM sits in the pocket and boxes. What he does. Said if you sit in the pocket with Carlos Prates, it's going to be a long night. And shocker it was. And then Brevin, we also said, if he does turn to the grappling and try to wrestle Carlos, it's because we're in trouble on the feet. Yikes. And everybody said, oh, JDM round 2 sub, round 3 sub almost hit. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Because he took him down and tried to jump the back to jump a submission and fell off the top. Come on. Come on. Carlos Prates. And we don't hate Jack Della. Everybody thinks we hate Jack Della. We don't hate him. Like, he's good. He's got good combinations, but he's not the messiah like everybody thinks he is. I don't know.
Yeah, especially all those people in Australia. And to answer your question from earlier, JP, no, the viewers do not watch film. And that's why they're saying some of the crazy stuff that they're saying in my TikTok comment section every single week. If you guys did watch a little bit of film, you would know. But hey, here's another option. You can just listen to us. We went 10-3 last week, and we gave you a bunch of props that also smacked the basic hit, the lock hit, shocker. So make sure to go ahead and subscribe. It's free to do. JP, without further ado, I'm ready to dive in too. I'm ready to jive too. I'm ready to dive into UFC 328. But before we do, we have a few quick words from today's sponsor. We are so excited to announce that we have partnered with Sleeper. Fight Night is already electric, but Sleeper makes it even better. If you think you know UFC, you can use that knowledge on Sleeper picks by choosing more or less on projected stats for your favorite fighters and athletes. Maybe you're looking at a high volume striker to rack up fantasy points, or a grappler who could control the fight and pile up scoring through takedowns and control time. You build your entry, follow everything live, and sweat the card with your friends right inside the app. Sleeper also gives you fast scores, news, alerts, live stats, and real time chat, so it's a one stop shop for fight night. Download Sleeper today and use code LOCKED when you sign up to get a 100% deposit match up to $100. That's code LOCKED on Sleeper. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Download the Sleeper app today. All right, JP, we are out in Newark, New Jersey. I'm super excited for this card. Some are saying it's the best numbered event of the year. 2 title fights, a lot of guys that are ranked. It should be a very exciting, action packed card, starting with 2 young prospects. That is Clayton Carpenter taking on Jose Ochoa.
Yeah. But real quick, we do want to establish everybody new here, all the subscribers. We appreciate you guys. Road to 1K. We are right there. Okay. These other dweebs, the comment section, they stay in their lane. We stay in our lane. We stay winning. So we appreciate everybody. Card is stacked. All right. We say the shitty cards, don't judge a book by its cover. We'll have to see how this one lives up to the hype. But the cover of the book looks phenomenal. And it looks like a banger. First fight out. Very good fight. Both guys can grapple. Clayton Carpenter, I believe it's a gi and no gi. He's like a world champion in both. Tough to do. Tough to do. Ochoa, one thing we like about him when we broke him down before, his sprawling and how he addresses the takedowns. He'll constantly shove on the back of the head, push down the head, clear his hips. Love to see that. He'll sprawl. He's very fast. Love all of that. Okay. Sometimes he'll throw a little bit of unnecessary strikes. Somebody's in on a single or something. We'll get away from that. But on the feet, I think he is going to be quicker. He does keep his hands a little low. Okay. And Clayton's got hands. Clayton's well rounded. This is a good fight. I don't blame you if you're on the dog side. But we are going to take Ochoa. He's got good jiu-jitsu, and we just like his takedown defense. And I believe he's going to be the bigger guy, right? Eh,
Yeah, by an inch with, height and reach, and the thing that you talked about, yeah, he's got good jujitsu, but man, this kid's kickboxing is legitimate. If you go back and watch that fight against Loner Kavanagh, who you guys just saw fight a really good fight against Brandon Moreno, Jose's a dog, dude, and he can strike. Clayton Carpenter, he's a good boxer. I mean, I believe he was a Golden Gloves boxer back in the day as well. The dude's been fighting since he was like 4 years old. So, mixed martial arts is nothing new for this kid. Very well rounded, but in this one, I think Jose Ochoa's kickboxing and power is going to be what gets it done for him. Clayton can get hit. He's going to have to turn to the grappling, but if it fails, I think Jose Ochoa is having success in that fight, and that's how we think he's gonna get it done. Give us Jose Ochoa.
and he's got those good deep kicks and those up kicks to the face that he throws out a lot, especially against wrestlers that it kind of gets you thinking, I'm going to have to time this level change pretty smartly or else I'm getting a foot to the mouth. All right, move it up. Another banger, another hyped prospect making his, what is a second fight, third fight? Or fourth, I
Third.
guess, if you're counting the contender series. Bisinger Susurkaev taking on Jordan Santos.
Yeah, it's his third actual UFC fight. Um, JP said it was a banger. It's a basanger. All right. I'm excited for this fight. Especially with this kid. He is action packed, very good striking, good grappler as well. He can really do it all. Saw him have a little bit of trouble in round one against McConico. McConico, though, JP and I were talking about it before the show, before we started filming. A lot of people don't like for whatever reason. We think he's pretty good, at least on the feet. And I think that's what a lot of people don't really understand. So when they go back and rewatch that fight, if they're rewatching fights, maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. You can just listen to us. I'm just saying, you would see that McConaughey can strike really well. He was kind of putting Susurkaev on the back foot, having success, but Susurkaev fixed what was going wrong, came out and got the victory, knocked him out. He's got good power. His opponent, the Jordan Santos, he's a decent striker. The thing that he does is throw a lot of volume and he presses forward. He was in an absolute dog fight with a guy that we'll mention later on this card in Ozzy Diaz, but he's going to come forward. He's going to throw strikes. He's there to get hit though. And I think if you're getting hit too much by Susurkaev, you're going to sleep. Give us Basangar, Susurkaev.
Yeah, and this kid, I mean, he trains with Hamzat. Right, he's got pretty damn good grappling to go with it. And like Brevin said, we personally don't think McConaughey's that bad. Everybody says he's a can. We don't think he's that bad. We picked him over Vieira the other weekend, and he showed the levels of his grappling defense as well. So, and another theme that we are going to touch on quite a bit this card, it seems, is head movement. Jordan Santos has none, like a few other fighters on this card. So yeah, I think it's Bisinger all the way. Club and sub, knockout, whatever you want to play. Because I know people cry about the odds again. So pick your spot.
Yeah, 1000%. That's going to take us up to Pat Sabatini versus William Gomis.
Oh boy, William Gummies, show favorite, show favorite to hate watch. Okay, everybody wants to talk about these guys on their bike, these guys who run away. William Gummies is the worst of the worst. Okay, there's being on your bike and outstriking somebody, and there's just being on your bike. That's William Gummies. One of the funniest TikToks I think Brevin ever made was the Joe Anderson burrito robbery. And it was just about like a truly and stuff too. I wish, because I know there's one video that I put it on the screen. I can't do that anymore. Because we can't even get access to those videos because they're gone.
We're gone into the abyss.
The TikTok abyss. um, but yeah, a robbery win over Burrito. He's getting taken down by Ruchala. He's outstriking Ruchala. William Gomis is a decision merchant and a split decision merchant at that. Pat Sabatini, we just saw him dog Chepe. And Chepe's damn good. I'm pretty sure we took Chepe in that fight. But everybody knows what you're going to get with Pat. He's a damn good grappler. And when he gets on top of you, not getting up. Not getting up. Okay? And everybody wants to say he's a little bit chinny. I guess. You guys are probably saying that because Damon Jackson put him out, which, like I said earlier, a well-timed knee, a well-timed up kick against these wrestlers, it'll do the job. And Damon Jackson just happened to land one of those. The other guy who knocked him out was Diego Lopez. Are we really holding that against him? Are we serious? William Gomis, he's not going to sit down on a shot. He's going to pepper, move, run away, pepper. Rushala's taking him down. We're taking Pat Sabatini.
Yeah, 1000%. Correct me if I'm wrong, JP, but I feel like William Gomis has fought a number of his fights in France.
Yeah.
So there's that helps when you're a decision merchant and you're getting a lot of these split decision nods. I don't like it. He can get taken down. He's a decent grappler, I guess, but against Pat Sabatini, there's levels, and Sabatini's going to show us those levels to be exact on Saturday. He's going to take him down, find a submission most likely, and if not, control the heck out of Gomis. But I think Sabatini's very, very skilled, and he hunts submissions as well. I think he's going to land one in that fight.
All right. Moving up, this one should be a good one as well. The big boys going at it. Marco Tulio taking on Roman Kopylov.
Yeah, a striker's delight. Both these guys, most of the time, going to look to strike. Tulio can grapple a little bit. He'll wrestle, change it up from time to time. Coming off of a loss in his last fight against Christian Leroy Duncan, who we like a lot. The dude's very skilled, very good striker, athletic striker. Um, but Tulio, good striker in his own right, and he carries a good amount of power. Roman Kopylov, he's kind of been on a skid. I mean, he is a kickboxer by nature, combat sambo, before fighting in the UFC. He'll like to stand at range, kind of bounce back and forth, waste a bunch of energy, as JP will say, and not really do a whole lot of damage. His strikes don't have a ton of power on them, and we've seen that in his past two, going to decision with Paulo Costa and Gregory Rodriguez. Now, both those guys very physically imposing, but so is Marco Tulio, and I think we see a very similar matchup here with Marco Tulio. So we're going to take Marco Tulio to get it done. I think Tulio could find the KO because at times Kopylov can get hit, but more than likely it'll go to decision. I think Tulio has more success.
Uh, man, I cannot stand it. I know everybody sees these memes and these jokes out there about Macy Barber just punching air in the middle of a fight. What are we doing? And then Roman Kopylov, like Brevin said, dude's twitchy. I don't know if he's got Tourette's or if it's like a medical issue or what. It's just so much wasted fucking energy and wasted fucking movement. The dude looks like a jumping bean. I mean, he's just a spaz. You ever hang out with somebody and they're like, "Hey, my kid's gonna be there," and you're like, "Oh, that's fine," and their kid just fucking bounces off the walls, and you're like, "Dude, this is stressing me out. I don't. This kid never sits down. How do you get anything done?" And Tulio's just got more ways to win. I mean, Kopylov, he's decent. Like he puts volume out there, but you're never biting on his feints. You want to know why? Because he's always fucking moving. They're just used to it. So it's like if you're super fast, but you're running full speed 24/7. Well, then everybody just knows you're fast. You're not gonna change of pace, change of speed at all. I just can't stand it. Julio, more ways to win. We're taking him.
Yeah, 1000%. All right, moving up. We've got the boy that was hit by a car taking on Jim Miller. Jared Gordon taking on Jim Miller in this classic of old men.
Got the boy that was hit by a car. The guy who cried wolf. Mom, there's a car. No, Jared. Bonk. Oh shit. He wasn't lying.
The day before the fight? Are we kidding?
Oh my god. Yeah. Jim Miller may take out his tractor and try and run good old Jared Boy over. Okay. He might try and pick him up in a bucket and just throw him in the horse manure or something. Um, Jim Miller has got to retire. I think he's from New Jersey, right?
Mm, I'm not sure, and frankly, I don't care, but maybe that's why he's on this card. We give him a retirement fight in
Yeah.
New Jersey.
Yeah, he's from New Jersey. Jim's a cool guy. We like Jim. Um, he's old. He's well rounded. He can grapple. He can strike. He's slow. Head movement not really there anymore. He's been in a fuckload of fights. Jared Gordon, when he doesn't get hit by a car, pretty good. Got power in his hands. He can strike. Everybody wants to shit on Paddy Pimblett now because of the Gaethje fight, but before they wanted to be like, "Oh, Jared Gordon almost beat Paddy, and Paddy's really good." So, and Jared Gordon can grapple a little bit as well. I just think in every area of the game, I don't think Jim Miller's not going to do anything that's fight ending unless it's a Hail Mary sub, and I don't think it gets there. I think Jared's going to outclass him on the feet. I don't even think we grapple that much because I think Jim will get tired. We're taking a Jared Gordon victory, Jim Miller retirement.
JP, do you know offhand when Jim Miller made his UFC debut? What year?
UFC debut,
Yeah, take a guess.
2012.
2008.
Oh my god.
That's
Holy
crazy, dude.
shit.
Yeah, and I think he has the most wins in the division, in UFC history. He has, like, the most Octagon time in
Wow.
UFC history, and I think, like, the other fun fact is he, like, barely ever fights any five-round fights. I don't know if he has any five-round fights, because he's not a main event guy, but he has so many fights in the UFC. He was like Kevin Holland before Kevin Holland and fighting 3, 4 times a year. And, like, I'm just looking through Tapology, like, holy cow, this dude was active, win, loss, in between. He was getting after it. He was taking home some paychecks. But yeah, 27
No
and
kidding.
18 in the UFC. What a career. And if we do see a retirement on Saturday, JP, I mean, a hell of a career from the A10, Jim Miller. But yeah, in this one, I think Jared Gordon's just going to be a little too much. I mean, Jim Miller, ripe age of 42. It is what it is. I'm happy for the guy. Like I said, great career, but Jared Gordon's gotta be the pick there.
It's at what point is it just too much fighting?
Don't know. I don't know if these guys just, like, are addicted. Yes, some are, but, like, there's other ways to make money, You can go coach. You don't have to continue to put your body through this and the weight cuts and the brain damage, right? Like, we talk about that from time to time. If you're going into your 40s, oh my gosh, he's had so many fights. What more is there? Is there a belt at the end of the tunnel? Like, no, there's not. Like,
You
what are
think
you
he's
stepping in there for?
you think he's trying to get to 40 wins? Now he's got 38.
Well, for a while he was trying to get to UFC 300. He fought on UFC 100, fought on UFC 200, and then fought on UFC 300. He's obviously not going to make it to UFC 400. So at this point, maybe it is the 40 wins. I don't know, but he's still or 30 wins. I don't know. He's still got a lot of fights left in order to achieve those things. So
Man, I mean, wow. 42 is
if he
crazy.
doesn't if he doesn't retire on Saturday, this man needs to be stopped, okay?
Yeah.
Jared Gordon might have to get in a Humvee and run his ass over.
True. That is true. I mean, put him as an analyst. I mean, they got all these people being analysts. I'd listen to Jim Miller.
Yeah.
All right. Moving up, Jim. Don't keep doing it to yourself, dog. All right. This one should be an interesting one. Lots of different ways this one could go. Grant, Porter, Dawson taking on Mateusz Rebecki.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup. We've talked about it a lot before we started filming, kind of back and forth. Grant Dawson, he's going to be the bigger fighter with the longer reach. He's going to look to drag Rebecki down to the mat and lay on him, wrestle him, be slow and methodical with his attack. Rebecki is the complete opposite. He's gonna look to come out hot, come out fast, throw everything, throw caution to the wind, take your head off, throw everything into every punch. That's his fight style. So we have a very boring fighter taking on a very exciting fighter. It's an interesting matchup because Rebecki can wrestle and grapple as well. And in this matchup, particularly, we just like his striking so much better than Grant Dawson's, who we really don't believe can strike at all. Like, he's just not a good striker. His technique's terrible. He doesn't wanna strike with you. He wants to wrestle you and grapple you. Rebecki can do those things as well. Thinking back to the Miktabek Oralbai fight, that was a war. We are very high on Oralbai, so we hold that win in high regard. I think Rebecki sure, he's dropped a few, but he looked good, in some of those other fights as well, and at times and in moments. Now he wears damage on his face, he cuts easily, he'll bleed a lot, so that's something to look out for if there's grappling exchanges and elbows are being landed, right? One could slice him open and damage, will change the eyes of the judges, but I just like Rebecki on the feet so much more. I expect him to defend takedowns and land bigger shots on the feet, so give us Mateusz Rebecki to win this very close fight.
And everybody else he's been fighting can strike with him on the feet, right? They can give him something to worry about or to look at on the feet. Brevin said, Grant Dawson on the feet is booty cheeks. Grant Dawson on the feet is his wife's rear end. I forget what he said about it. Bounce a quarter off of it. It's terrible.
No,
That's
you didn't
why.
forget what he said.
That's
I know you
why.
didn't forget what he said.
That's
You think about
why.
it a lot.
It's hilarious. That's a good like that's a good line. And also like I feel like a bunch of people's wives would be like, I don't know about mad, but they'd be like, what the hell? Why are you saying that on live TV? um, but it's terrible. It's butt cheeks. It's butt cheeks. Okay, call Eileen Perez, get her on the phone. It's butt cheeks. All right. Um, and everybody who's striking with Rebecki, even if they go to the grappling, they got to go through shots. This motherfucker's clubbing people, dude. And like Brevin said, Grant will be the bigger guy. Rebecki has tree trunks for legs.
Mm.
Huge. And sure, he wears damage. I'm going to have to see something from Grant Dawson because as far as we've seen, we want to talk about Pat Sabatini being chinny. Grant Dawson's, what do they say, got a glass slipper? That's what everybody says about him. I mean, in shorts, Manuel Torres knocking him out, but he's not the only one. And no way. If he doesn't get a takedown right away, every single round, or submit him, I think Rebecki's putting one on him. I don't think Grant likes it.
You wanna know, what I thought about when we broke down this fight, or at least when I broke down this fight, JP, is something that you say all the time. I'd rather pick the guy that will fight for your money, and Rebecki will do that.
No
He
kidding.
does not give a damn, and he will march forward through damage to land damage, and he will not stop. You better finish this dude. I'm telling you, he is an animal, a machine. And Grant Dawson on the feet, he just seems like he doesn't wanna be there. So in that sense, he doesn't really wanna fight for your money. So if you're betting on this fight, take a look at Mateusz,
Dog
the
money.
caboose, dog money.
Moose.
Well, we're it's the theme that we're talking about here, okay? It's on the mind right now.
I forgot what he said about his wife.
Don't lie to the viewers now. Alright, moving up. Joel Alvarez is taking on Yaroslav Amosov.
Damn good fight. Damn good fight. I think this one is second for me on hardest picks for this card. Damn good fight. If you guys have been around, you guys know we love Joel Alvarez. Okay, for everybody who's new here, Joel Alvarez is one of the show favorites for sure. One of the show cash cows, if you will. He's been a lock multiple times. He's cash force multiple times. Dude's a killer. Okay, some people want to call him a weight bully. He can make the weight. Sure, he moved up because he can't make the weight anymore. He can strike very well. Super long, 6'3", 77-inch reach. Straight shots. He'll use all 8 limbs. Okay, he'll use his hands, his feet, his elbows, his knees, everything. Okay. Grappling, super good grappler. All right. Submission grappler. He's looking to submit you. Never been submitted himself. He's got a nasty guard on his back. Nasty gilly. Right. He'll not necessarily stuff takedowns, but he'll jump submissions with it. Or you'll take him down and he'll boom transition really quick into a submission off of his back or in the middle of a scramble. Okay. So for everybody out there saying he can't defend a takedown, I don't think it's that he can't. He's very confident in his submission ability, especially when you've done some of the things that he does. I don't blame him. Okay. Amosov is a good wrestler. Okay. Amosov, 29-1, young kid. How old is he? Like 28, 29? Something like that.
32.
32? Yikes. That's wrong. Just lied to the viewers again. What did he say about his wife's ass? I don't know.
A lot of quarters.
A lot of quarters. A lot of. Anyways. His striking, I think, is at a severe disadvantage here. Joel Alvarez on the feet will cause problems. Amosov cannot get his grappling off. We understand a lot of people are high on Amosov. Okay, we really do. And if he can't get his grappling off, if he comes forward, level changes, and Joel's throwing up a lot of stuff off of his back, you guys know how much lately that we've been pissed about these jiu-jitsu guys. Tulio, Carini Silva. We could go on and on about these jiu-jitsu fucks that don't stuff takedowns and they're fine in their guard and they just keep throwing shit up off their back. Don't get it. Fights over. You lost the rounds because you're on your back. I understand. If you watch the fight that he lost, takedowns are not good. Takedowns are not good. He's not blasting a double like somebody who we'll get to later on this card. He's not blasting a double. He's not chasing a single. He's getting in the clinch, trying to do trips, trying to do throws. He's trying to drag you down. All right? And he's getting stuffed. Or he's doing that bullshit where we see wrestlers do it all the time. If you back them up, they can't level change and go forward, so they just level change and drop and then reach for your legs. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Super easy to stuff, especially when you're long like Yoel is. We understand if you're on the Bellator guy. I think he's from Bellator, 29-1. Sure, we understand the hype, the wrestling, all this. Yes, Joel on the feet is disgusting. And he's going to make it a problem if he can stuff takedowns. Even if he threatens with submission and the dude's got to roll out of it, whatever it is. We don't think Joel's going to lay on his back because we understand the last time he did was against Arman Tsarukyan and he got beat up. We don't think this kid's Arman. We don't. And we think Joel learned a lesson. We think he's going to actively make a choice. I'm either threatening with a submission or we're not going to lay on our back because that's his kid's best path to victory. And on the feet, Joel's nasty. Joel Alvarez, dog money. Give it to us.
Yep, give it to us. And now here's the other thing about Amosov that if you don't really look into it, you won't know. You'll just hear the OV in the name and assume that, he's just this great grappler with a bunch of arm triangles and so on and so forth. He's a Dawson Anaconda specialist, okay? Another guy, JP, in the UFC that has the record for most Darce chokes, Anaconda chokes, Vicente Luque, and that's who Joel Alvarez just faced. So he's game planned for a very similar fighter and style with the grappling threats coming from these guys, especially with the Darce and the Anaconda. Now, JP said it. The concern for Joel Alvarez is the takedown defense, but he's so good at finding the guillotines in the submissions in those scrambles. I think he's doing it purposefully. And I think he does have the capabilities to stuff takedowns. In this fight, it would be smart for him too, because he's the much better striker. So keep an eye out for that. If he's stuffing takedowns in round one, you should be feeling very, very good about Joel Alvarez. And I bet that live line swings like a muck. But we're going to take Joel Alvarez right now, dog money.
Close fight. Good fight. And another thing is, I wouldn't be shocked. Me and Brevin were sitting here talking about it earlier. I wouldn't be shocked if neither guy submits each other. The grappling kind of cancels out. Because Joel is not a slouch. Joel can grapple pretty well. All right. Let's move up to another razor close fight. A nail-biting fight. Who knows? Could be a toss-up. And if you want dog money, this might be your spot right here. Ateba Gautier is taking on The one, the only, the Aussie Diaz.
Yeah. Wow. Close fight. Listen, I will say the last time Audeba Gaudier fought, excuse me, we introduced JP's mom to this guy. Okay. She came out looking at the TV and we said, look at this guy. Take a look at the physique. Chiseled from marble. All right. This dude's a killer. And she said, oh my God, he is going to murder the other guy inside of this octagon. He is absolutely shredded. He's full of muscle. Um, very, very powerful, very fast, very skilled. Went the distance with Puliev. So the gas tank, everyone questioned. I think
Yep.
those questions are answered. He lands absolute damage and power every time he swings. Now, Ozzy Diaz, he's also a striker. He can do a little bit of wrestling and grappling, but I don't think he's going to in this one, JP. And for me, I've seen too much Ozzy Diaz film that I can confidently tell you this dude's another dude that doesn't move his head very well and is always there to get hit. And I tell you guys what, if you're getting hit by Audeba Gaudier, you're going to bed. Give us Audeba Gaudier by KO.
It's not rocket science. Not rocket science. Yes, I understand the odds. Everybody does. At this point, 80%, 90% of the time until he starts fighting ranked guys, he's going to be this fat favorite. Sprinkle on decision if you want. That's probably going to be the most plus money play. But like Brevin said, Ozzy gets hit a lot. Pulayev is not that bad. Pulayev is another similar Merconico situation in my eyes. Okay. Pulayev is very big, very long, rips body kicks. He can keep range very well. And we said that in the build-up. Okay. Pulayev's not a slouch on the feet. He can strike. Ozzy's big. Ozzy gets hit a lot. Ozzy can't strike that well. Ozzy sold a finish. I think it was against Jordan Santos, if I'm not
Yep.
smoking crack. He should have finished that fight. Okay, because Jordan doesn't move his fucking head. So Ozzy's going to have to sprint at him and literally crotch sniff 24/7 towards Finney, Grant Dawson. What you're going to have to do the whole fucking time. And he won't. So yes, Oteba all the way, round 1 KO, absolutely. Under half a round. Whatever you got to do, under significant strikes. The same shit we say every time Oteba fights. Because last time we did it, and it worked. And then the Pulai fight, he went to decision. It is what it is. Everybody's all upset. Oh, he didn't knock him out in the first round. This fat favorite, blah, blah, blah. Well, everybody was, like Brevin said, crying about his gas tank. He showed you he's got a gas tank. He was also eating body kicks. I'm sure his ribs hurt for fucking a month after that fight. Oteba all the way, first round, under round and a half, under half a round, whatever it is. He's slumping.
1,000%. All right. Let's move up to the main card, starting with Bobby Green, King Green, taking on Jeremy Stevens.
Oh, sweet Lord. Sweet Lord. Short and sweet. We know nobody's tuning into breakdowns to hear who anybody's picking in this fight. Who cares? Jeremy's going to need a one-shot KO to win this fight. It's as simple as that. Jeremy's entertaining because he can hit hard. He's also entertaining because everybody knows who he is because of Conor McGregor. We're taking Bobby Green. Better striker. Bobby's looked decent lately. Whatever. Who cares?
Yep. 1,000% Bobby Green. All right. Moving up. Sean Brady taking on Joaquin Buckley. JP, I don't know if you want to take this breakdown or if I should take this breakdown. I guess I'll take it. John Brady, Joaquin Buckley is a very, very close fight, ladies and gentlemen. And JP and I sat here probably for like nothing short of 45 minutes going back and forth about this fight. Sean Brady, as you guys know, good grappler, not the best striker. He's going to look to wrestle. And then once he's on top of you, he has world class grappling. He got knocked out in his last time out. Didn't look the best. Apparently, there was an injury on a knee, something of the sort. Okay, I'll hear your case. Joaquin Buckley, last time out, got taken down. He was out wrestled by Kamaru Usman, who is a good wrestler. Usman time takedowns. I believe he went 4 of 13. So as bad as it looks when they're on top of Joaquin, the takedown defense is usually pretty good. However, when Joaquin has somebody on top of him, he does struggle to get back up to his feet. And in this fight, I do worry about that. I do think that at times Joaquin's prone to overthrowing and that there's going to be windows and openings that Sean Brady could potentially find a takedown. However, Joaquin Buckley does sprawl well when the takedowns are, kind of a more normal takedown attempt and not just some overthrow trip situation or someone takes the back. Um, and for him, the hooks, the power coming from his side is a problem for Sean Brady. Now, let's not forget Sean Brady got knocked out by Bilal, the best boxer in the UFC, Muhammad. And that's not a great look. Okay. Then he's also getting knocked out by Michael Morales, who, yes, has power, but is not the cleanest striker in the world. Now you're facing Joaquin Buckley. He's going to load up big shots, be very explosive. It's a very, very close fight. It's a fun fight. Tune in, watch this fight. But we're going to take Joaquin Buckley to defeat Sean Brady.
Oh man. Hardest pick on the card by far. Okay, like Brevin said, there's pathways for both of these guys. Okay, because if you want to watch a Kamaru fight and say Kamaru's taking him down and basically dominating him, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 got a little bit better. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then if you want to say, well, Sean Brady doesn't do well with power and volume and combinations coming at him, especially when you're coming forward. Yeah. There are two. Well, I say two, but there's a pathway for both of these guys that are very real to win this fight. And like Brevin said, Joaquin can sprawl. He sprawls decently well. He fights for unders. I think sometimes he'll use his strength a little too much versus technique, but he will fight to stop the takedown. He will do his best to get back up to the feet. Imavov did take his back. Choke was pretty deep, all right? And Joaquin didn't tap, didn't panic. He did get out of it. He did get beat by Imavov. Kamaru wrestled him. Everybody's like, okay, Sean Brady should be able to wrestle him. Well, like Brevin said, Mr. Canelo Hands. Can't fucking stand that dude. But when he does wrestle, it's pretty good. And he stuffed Brady's wrestling. Brady can't get his wrestling off. Struggles on the feet. He struggles with people coming forward, throwing volume, throwing power. But Joaquin does, man. And I was telling Brevin when we were sitting here earlier, Joaquin's style of punches, he'll throw hooks in succession. He'll blitz you. He likes his kicks, his side kicks. Brady throws these lazy naked calf kicks. I think Joaquin can counter off of those. Whatever side you're on, you can't say, I think you're wrong because of this. I think it's a bad pick. Not really. I mean, there's pathways for both these guys. Stupid close fight. I think Joaquin can get to him. I think we can stuff enough takedowns, make it close. I think Joaquin can get to him. He might put him out. Taking Buckley dog money.
All right. Good fight. Another good fight up here. Alexander Volkov taking on Waldo Cortez Acosta in this heavyweight battle.
You didn't put your sunglasses on when you said it. Wah, wah.
Waldo Cortez Acosta? How many children do you have? Where's Michael Chandler when we need him? Ariel, what do you think about that?
See, all the time at the end, you get a little like
Yeah,
Conor
but that's how
McGregor-ish.
he does that too. Dude, if you listen to his interview with Ariel, he was like, "I don't know if you're Irish or
True.
whatever else, Peruvian or whatever."
Yeah.
And Ariel said that to him because he messes up his own accent and he gets Irish with it.
Yeah. It's Oh man, that's hilarious. That's good. Decent fight. Decent fight between the big boys. And if you're an MMA math guy, this fight is going to stump you for sure. Okay. Um two things are sticking with me mainly, and there are two things that Brevin pointed out when we're sitting here talking about this fight. Because both of us were leaning one way, and we just kind of wanted to talk and confirm if we're not missing anything from the other way. Brevin said, Waldo's been looking great, and he's been getting better every single fight that we have seen him. Very true. Okay. He did get clipped by Deliha and the eye poking thing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Compose himself, and then put him out. And then he's knocking out Derek Lewis. Okay. He was the guy to fraud check Robelis, right? Waldo,
He wrestled him.
he's a former boxer, heavyweight boxer. So he's got the hand speed, he's got the footwork, the head movement. He can strike very well. And the other thing Brevin said that's sticking with me is Volkov. He's been good. He's been at the top tier of heavyweight. He can never make that jump. We get there, and we fall back down. And then we get there, we work our way up, and then we fall back down. And Volkov is the king of the split decision. Okay? He can get taken down. He's got decent grappling off his back, but he can't get taken down. On the feet, he's big as shit. So you better hope he can throw a jab. You better hope his calf kicks are going to be there. You're fucking huge. Unless you're Kevin Christian, which his calf kicks were there, but it's against Tafa, so who cares? And then I did bring up, are we missing anything from the Pavlovich fight? Volkov did beat Pavlovich. That was Brevin's big, what was it, plus 640?
Yeah. Decision call.
Decision call all week. He said Volkov by decision, plus 640 all week. Boom, smacked it. I was on Pavlovich. That was before we did combined picks. And he brought up another good point. He said they trained together before that. That was a glorified sparring match. We've seen it all the time. These guys who trained together before, the fight looks like shit. And it goes, you can clearly tell one guy doesn't want to do something or one guy knows what the other guy wants to do every time and he just shuts him down. Look at Chris Duncan and Moicano. Chris Duncan looked fucking terrified in that fight from the get-go. So how much stock can you really put into that one? Not much. Waldo's been looking better. We're going to take a shot. Dog money. Where's Waldo? Holy cow. Brevin, I thought we were the pick-all favorite guys. What are we doing with all these dogs?
Yeah, I don't know. We only pick favorites, they say. I don't want to hear it. We picked the guy that's going to win the fight. Last weekend on the main card, we were 4-1, went 10-3 on the entire card. We had Eric McConaughey 3-1 dog. So all you haters out there, suck on that. All right. And yeah, we are back to back dogs, and there might be more. As some would say, we might not be done. All right. Waldo Cortez Acosta, JP said it, has been looking better and better. Very, very powerful puncher. And Volkov has been caught before. When he's getting hit, he doesn't eat power very well. Volkov can wrestle a little bit. He can grapple a little bit, but I was telling JP before we started filming, usually the grappling's used to escape positions. If he's on bottom, submit or he'll submit. He'll throw up the submission with the Kimura, try to get back up to his feet. Right. So he'll put those things out there, but he doesn't find a lot of submissions with them. And I don't count the Ezekiel choke against Tai Tuivasa. Tuivasa is just that bad. But Waldo Cortez Acosta, I think, gets this one done. But another fun heavyweight matchup.
Yeah, the big boys. And they're willing to throw. Okay, that's what we love. We love heavyweight striking. And dare I say it, give the loser the Pericic. No?
I think he's ready.
Yeah.
He's good.
Entertaining. I mean, my God. We don't need... Get rid of the blobs. Get rid of the blobs. I can't do it. I would look it up on the internet. Two fat boys bouncing off each other if I really wanted to watch it that bad. I'm over it. I'm over it. My God. All right. Moving up. The two big ones. The co-main event. The new champ. We were part of the group that said, did he really necessarily win it? Neither here nor there now, I guess. Joshua Van is taking on Tatsuro Taira.
Yeah. Yeah, we just gotta forget about the Pantoja outcome. Didn't really like how he handled it, but I do not care because we are looking forward. Good fight between these two. If you don't know anything about Joshua Van, he's a really good boxer. If you don't know anything about Taira, he's a really good grappler. And so we're gonna see which style prevails in this matchup. The one thing about Taira that I saw a lot in the Brandon Royval fight was he doesn't move his head and he's prone to getting hit a lot. And if you're not moving your head, you can look good against Brandon Moreno. You can look good against some of these other guys, but a guy with the boxing and the power of Joshua Van is going to tee off. Now, Joshua Van has not really been tested a whole lot by a grappler on the level of Tatsuro Taira. So that will be the intriguing part for me. And a lot will be made of that first round. Can Taira find a takedown? And if he does, can Joshua Van get back up to his feet? If he can, yikes, Taira better watch out. If he can't, this fight might be done pretty quick, but I think he can. I think the wrestling defense is there. We've never really to have seen his grappling. That was hard to say. And he says it's pretty good. So I'm going to take him at face value. He is the champion. You know, sometimes when these guys get the belt, they fight even better than what we've seen before. Look at Marab and how he progressed when he had the belt. He was counted out time and time again. You were getting dog money and dog money and dog money. And then all of a sudden, that there was no value on Marab because he was winning every single fight. And I think that's what we have here with Joshua Van. In this one, I think his boxing, his striking is going to be too much for Tatsuro Taira, who doesn't move his head. So give me Joshua Van.
No kidding. No kidding. The head movement, and we told you guys the theme of this card, head movement. We got a couple guys that just really do not move their head whatsoever. Um, Holy cow. 3 dogs in a row on the main card. Oh my Lanta. Mind blown. Good fight, guys. Good fight. This is another one we discussed quite a bit. And Brevin, he made another good point. This fight's close. Striker versus grappler. One's elite in one spot, one's elite in the other one. Why don't we go with the known instead of the unknown? We don't know how Taira's going to do with all the volume, which I guess we kind of do. But the biggest thing that we do know, and the point I'm trying to make, is the takedown defense that we have talked about numerous times when we break down Joshua Van, and we've seen almost every one of his fights. It's phenomenal. It's something you'd love to see. I talked about it with Ochoa. His hips are out. He's diving front of hooks. He's sprawling. He's stuffing the head. We're not taking unnecessary shots in the clinch that do absolutely nothing. When he does get taken out, he's working up to his feet, scooting to his butt, pushing on the head, shrimping, whatever it is. Okay? Right? And I know a lot of people just probably learned what shrimping is watching Tai Tuivasa's fat ass on the ground, just doing that the whole fucking time. I mean, my God. Put your feet on the hips one time. My Lord. Anyways, he doesn't move his head. Brandon Royval was teeing off. Yes, Taira throws a good one too. It's very straight. His right hand is incredibly fast, very straight. Joshua Van can get hit. Yes. Very aware of that. He will also put out a fuckload of volume. Brevin wants to talk about who's going to fight for your money. We know Josh will. We know Josh will. And the one guy to put him out and beat him, Charles Johnson, oh yeah, we picked him to beat him. But that's because Charles has the footwork, the movement, the volume himself. Taira doesn't. Now, Taira's grappling is elite. We haven't seen Josh on his back. We'll have to see. We haven't seen anybody really take his back that is this elite. So it'll be a close fight when we get there. We'll have to see what he does with it. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that side of Pantoja and him because of what happened. Yes, it was a freak injury. Yeah, but he caught a kick and threw him out. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Close fight. Stupid good fight. Dog money. But man, I mean, talk about a banger for sure.
Wow. A banger for sure. And Tyra's one loss, Brandon Royval. Any guesses on who told you guys that would happen? Oh, yeah, we did. He was like a 2-1 underdog. The hands were there. We saw the holes in the game. We called that before anyone else did. And it's here again. I'm telling you guys, it is here again. Sure, Taira's a great grappler, but Joshua Van's going to be able to put it on him. Good fight in the co-main for the belt. I think Van retains that belt. All right, moving up to a very fun fight between two guys that, yes, they've trained together, JP. But I don't think we're gonna see a glorified sparring match. We may see a death inside the octagon, and there's worries that there might be a death outside of the octagon. These guys wanna kill each other. Absolutely crazy. Khamzat Chimaev taking on Sean Strickland.
Yeah, and real quick, fun fact about that, Brevin. That Tyra Royval card, that was one of the ones that we missed out on a perfect card because of the coin flip.
Yes. The coin flip card.
I didn't do film on one of the women's fights because I said, who cares? Screw this fight, Brevin. I'm flipping a coin. And that was the one fight I got wrong. anyways, what a fight. Trash talking at an all-time high. Something we need. Something I'm looking forward to. I think something that everybody's looking forward to. Okay. Now, I have heard some people saying it's fake. They don't actually think they have real beef. And then I have heard people saying that Sean Strickland's taking it too far. Have you not heard of Sean Strickland before? Have you not listened to what he says before?
You're just taking it too far.
Dude's
You
an
lived
idiot.
under a rock?
Yeah, dude's an idiot, and he says out of pocket shit all the time. Okay. What he says about Khamzat. Apparently, Khamzat is very close with his goats. Allegedly, if you ask Sean. Okay, we cannot comment or speculate on that. I told you guys earlier we're going to talk about the type of takedowns because we're talking about Amosov. Doesn't necessarily blast a double and run through it and shoot it. You know who does? Is Khamzat fucking Chimaev. Okay, when he chooses to shoot, he will full sprint, 100% shoot. And if you're not at the other side of the cage by the time he gets you, you will be after he grabs you. Full blast, full strength, everything. When you bet on him, all right, when you have money on him, when you want him to win, great thing to see. You love it. All right, it's not a half-ass takedown, nothing. On the feet, he's not a slouch either. He does have hands, he does have power, but he is a dominant grappler. You can cry about boring all you want against Dricus du Plessis. It's that same thing we said during it. All this, Dricus is good, Dricus is good, Dricus is going to beat his ass. And then afterwards, Khamzat's boring, Khamzat's boring. He couldn't finish him. It couldn't be the guy that you guys were raising up so much that everybody was saying, oh, he's so good, just being good enough to survive and not be submitted. Then Brevin said they trained together. We've heard he tapped him out. He didn't tap him out. All this nonsense from Sean. And then I can see it already. They say it every time Sean Strickland fights. Jab teep, jab teep. He's going to jab teep him to death, this and that. Khamzat's not going to sit at range and let him do that. He's just not. And if Strickland's going to keep putting a leg up and walking forward and doing his little, I look like I'm fucking dancing, like I'm crumping out here. He's going to catch a leg. He'll jump on a single. And what Khamzat's good at is he'll shoot a single, grab the single. The moment you go to defend that, he'll arm drag you or whip around. Boom, now he's on your back, body lock. Now we're going for a ride. You can like Sean Strickland all you want. You can say USA all you want. Boy's getting ragdolled. Khamzat Chimaev all the way.
Yeah. Fun fight. Not a lot of value on Khamzat from a money line perspective. If you like the submission, I think those are pretty good odds right now. Little birdie once told me. Um, maybe the decision, but I think it goes one of two ways. I mean, it's either Sean Strickland takes him into deep waters and knocks him out TKO late into the fight, or Khamzat submits him. And I think you could play either one of those from a betting perspective. But yeah, the pick is Khamzat. I mean, JP said it all. He will blitz. He's not gonna sit there like Hernandez did, little fluffy boy at range and try to box with you. Okay. He doesn't give a shit. He wants to take off your head. All right. Glennon. I always think of what's his face? Um, the old coach for the Raiders.
Gruden.
Yeah, John Gruden.
Glenn
He
on.
doesn't give
What's
a
up,
shit.
man?
Yeah. What's up, Glennon? Knock on wood if you're with me.
Guy by
Yeah,
the name of
that's how I
Hunter
feel.
Renfro. Freaking
I'm
spectacular, man.
listening. I'm listening to that NBA young boy. That's what I think of when I think of Hamzat Chimaev. He's going to go in there and take your head off. He's going to take you down, drag you into his deep waters, and crush your jaw. So give us Hamzat values on a prop, method of victory if you want to play one of those. But Hamzat's going to get it done.
I mean, and I think the beef is real. I really do. Because
With Chimaev, it's all real, bro. That's how I view it.
exactly. Chimaev's a loose freaking cannon to begin with. This dude has never been hold on, let's sit down and logically think about this and should I chill out?
Yeah.
All right, Ian Gary's over there. Hey, how are you? And taps him on the shoulder. And dude gets all fucking, what? Huh? Like, what? And then on the other hand, Strickland's an idiot. He says stupid shit all the time. And then we're like, it's fake. I mean, it might be fake to one of them. To the other one, it ain't. So, and I'm here for it. I miss the days where we had a press conference that was a bunch of shit talk, bunch of security.
Extra security. 100%. I'm glad. Paramount had to cancel the face-off between the two.
Yeah.
They're not letting them face off before the fight. No, it's not happening. I think there's real beef here. I think things could go down. I mean, we could see Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor or John Jones and Daniel Cormier scrum before this fight even happens, for sure.
Good, dude. Water bottles flying through the air. Fuck your whole team.
Somebody was thirsty. I was trying to hydrate him.
Chucking Connor, don't throw that fucking. It's the great times, bro. I miss these times.
1,000%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for the card. It doesn't do it for the show. Don't go anywhere. We have your free show parlays coming your way right freaking now. JP, what is the Locked Door MMA's lock of the night?
Simple. And people want to cry about it. They no shit. Yeah, no shit. He's a lock. So instead of crying about the odds and saying no shit, why don't you start doing research now and see what's the best spot for your money. Ateba, Gautier, by KO, first round. Ozzy Diaz is going to bed. Night. Give him a pillow. That's it.
There you have it. Ateba Gautier. All right. Now it's time for Brevin's basic. Let's carry over that lock. Give me Ateba Gautier for the first pick. And then the next one, we're going to move to the killer, Hamzat Chimaev, to get it done. And then for the final leg of the basic, give me Basangar Susurkaev to get it done. Put those three together for your Brevin's basic.
That's probably how you're going to get the best value out of all of them. Okay? Light about Money Alliance or whatever is what it is. Juicer time. Sit down. Shut up. Let's do it. Hamzat's fighting. And when Hamzat fights, we hit a juicer. Fun fact for you. Now, with that being said, we have 3 dogs in a row on the main card. All of them are going in the juicer. Okay, we're starting with the Hamzat main event. The wolf, the Chechen wolf, whatever it is. Throw him in there. Okay, the next one, Joshua Van over Taira. Close fight. You guys know we've been on the van. Okay, we didn't even say that joke that we have every other time that we've broken down Joshua Van. We're in the van. We're still drinking in the van. I'm pretty sure there's a dead body still in the back of the van. Can't comment or speculate. Okay, we may or may not be bouncing quarters off of something in one seat of the van. I don't know. Next one, Waldo Cortez Acosta. Okay, he's getting another son, and it's a big ass son, 6'7" Volkov. Shut up. All right, next one, Joaquin Buckley. Close fight. We're sweating this juicer out together. Close fight. We're taking Joaquin Buckley. If you want to get crackhead truly degenerate. Joaquin Buckley by KO is what it is, though. Next one, Ateba Gautier. Degenerate first round KO instead of money line. You do you. The juicer will be tinkered with by myself to make it absolutely juiced. Is what it is. And the final one, another close fight that we're going to have to sweat out. Yoel Alvarez. Dog
Let's
money.
go.
6 legs. The juicers, I mean, just crazy juice this week. And I got a great feeling about this. Okay. I know I say that every single week.
We've been hot in 2026. I'm not going to lie.
And
You've been cooking in 2026.
hey, we will put thought into it. All right. And me and Brevin will talk. Because the juicer's notorious for hitting 5 out of 6 legs. So we might have to discuss going to 5. But this weekend we're hitting the 6-legger and it's freaking juice, dude.
I kind of like the 6-leg chase. I mean, those lines are always juiced up to the max. And let's be real, dude. Like I said, you've been smacking them lately. So you guys don't want to miss out on the juicers. And if you made it this far, make sure to show some love, like the video, leave a comment with who you got winning this weekend, and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you guys. And we want to continue growing this community as big as we possibly can. But with that, JP, I'll hand it over to you.
Man, what a card. What a card. Starts at a normal time, too. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Bangers after bangers stacked from top to bottom. NBA playoffs are in full swing. All right. We're watching Braun make another run at it, possibly.
Hey, Hamzat Chimaev, Joshua Van, Joaquin Buckley, Lakers in 5.
We'll have to see after they just beat the Rockets, and now they're going up against the Thunder, who just belt to ass of the Phoenix Suns. I'm
Lakers
not
in
gonna lie.
5.
Thunder are kind of hard to watch. The flopping, yikes. Yikes. Yeah, we're getting closer to the White House card. All right. And I know everybody's talking about USA with Sean Strickland. Fortunately, USA's getting ragdolled and probably slumped main event of the White House card. Okay. And here he comes. All right, we didn't tell you guys. We got Josh Hockett. All right, he'll be here one of these weeks. Okay. And he'll bless us with his wise wisdom. Anything more for the people,
Whoa.
Josh?
The White House. I'm on it. Like the Backstreet Boys. Let's go.
Oh man.
That's all I had to say.
Oh man. Oh. You gotta do on TikTok live the dance that he did in front of the ring girls.
I'm supposed to stand up back here?
Oh man. If you're gonna get to the bit, you gotta fully commit like he does, you know?
I fully commit, brother.
Hey.
People were getting mad at me on the live. I tell you what, they said, "What the hell is this?" Then they started calling me John Hockett, and
John
they said yeah, they said Josh Pocket or something like that. They were calling me all kinds of random names.
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, you guys heard it here first. All right, tune into the TikTok lives. You can watch Josh Hockett play UFC 5 and possibly spell out a couple words that TikTok doesn't like.
I haven't even been playing UFC 5. I've just been causing mayhem, dude. Holy.
Oh man, everybody who's new here, we appreciate you guys. Road to 1K, we are right there, and we might be there by the time you're watching this, or by the time the fights go off. We might be there. That would be sick. Ladies and gentlemen, another weekend, another set of banger fights. As always, it was a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby. Hey.